Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Morgane F and you're watching Young Black Misses, where I help you make plant-based eating approachable, affordable, all that good stuff. So I have been watching videos that are talking about Gordon Ramsay and his vegan steak, which is eggplant. And I've seen some mixed reviews, so I didn't want to make it like my full meal. So if you see my previous video, you see I have the same outfit on, it's okay. If you haven't seen my video where I made seitan, go ahead and I'll have it in the description. I might have it in like a little thing up here so you can watch that video. I pretty much with the seitan use the same approach that I use with this eggplant. So if that sounds interesting to you, voiceover Morgan will explain how everything's made and then we'll get to tasting. Stay tuned. So I have 3 eggplants. The recipe calls for 2, so whatever. The one I'm chopping off the stem of right here is actually the newest eggplant. Stay tuned for how it looks. So I am going to broil these eggplants on high for about 30 minutes, flipping every 5 minutes. Now, if you had the open fire gas stove, then you could like do this on the gas stove, but I don't have that, so this is what we're doing. So that's the first flip of many, and yeah, this was some commitment. So now that they're all nice and broiled and steamy and peeled and all that good stuff, I am just unpeeling this, which was actually annoying and satisfying at the same time. It's very relieving, and you could feel the oils all over it, and I guess it's the oils from the eggplant just kind of doing its own thing, I guess. But I don't know, like this recipe really took some time and some preparation, and I actually made it on Easter Day. So yeah. Okay, again, that's the newest one, and look, you can already see it's getting real mushy, and those other ones are staying pretty firm. I believe those 2 smaller ones were organic ones, and that other one is just like from Trader Joe's. I don't know. So, and now that I'm looking at the container I used, I'm wondering if I still have that. So I'm just drizzling with olive oil, and then I'm going to add a little salt to each of them. And then I'm gonna add the steak seasoning. So I'll just put this in the description of the video, the recipe that I followed it off of, because that's a lot easier. But I didn't use, like, Gordon Ramsay's recipe was like grounding stuff. I ain't got time for that. So I just used the already ground ones. And I'm gonna tell you what, this seasoning was out of sight, man, as the seasoned folk would say. It was delicious. And I still had extra left over, so I ended up putting some on my cauliflower, and I still got extra left over. So I am getting ready to put these bad boys, oh yes, put these bad boys in the oven, but first I gotta cover with some red wine. They're going in the oven for 400 degrees. This was messy too. Y'all see my hand? But all right, so now those are in the oven, and I'm making the roux, which is red wine, beet juice, which is what's in that pink container. There goes the red wine. And this was like affordable red wine. I got it from Trader Joe's. And I made sure I drank a little bit of it. I mean, not affordable, like it was like $5, so that's not as, you know, as expensive as other things. Now, Gordon Ramsay's recipe asks for rosemary, but I got thyme on accident, so I just added that bad boy in there and made it do what it do, you know, because sometimes if you mess up, you just gotta correct yourself, and it's okay. So I brought that to a rapid boil, and then I'm adding this bouillon in here, and I actually got the sauteed onion one because I'm fancy. And honestly, that vegan butter was sitting out, and it was warm on Easter where I am, so it kind of melted. So I was like, screw it, add it all in. Gave that a quick stir, and that's my good burner, so I mean, it's not going to take long for it to do what it does. But there's a few more ingredients that need to go into here. But I took it off the burner because it was like doing the most. So then I'm adding in this liquid smoke. Oh, soy sauce is coming in first, actually. And I stopped measuring because at this point I was getting annoyed. I was like, okay, you know what? If this tastes good, it tastes good. If this don't taste good, I ain't trying to put a lot of energy to it. Like, this was getting on my nerves. So now I'm gonna add that roux, I guess you would call it, back to the eggplant, which by that time they have already cooked for about an hour, 400 degrees for about an hour. So now we're going in again with this, drizzling it on here for another 15 minutes, but we've reduced the heat to 300 Fahrenheit. So yeah, so if you're calculating times, it's a minute, but you'll see how it all turns out in just a moment. I thought maybe I should give it a flip just so everything could get incorporated. And do you see how those ones are staying nice and firm? And then that one on the side, my God, my God. You know how you try to make things work, but it don't work? So that was that. Okay, back in the oven for 15 minutes. Looking good though. Future Morgane coming soon. Okay. This is probably just going to have to be thrown out, as in the pan. So here I have all three of my eggplant. And this one is just a freaking mush. So I'm going to just try this one. Okay, where am I home? This is ghetto, but just go with it. You know what? It doesn't taste like a steak. It doesn't. But you know what you could do with this? It doesn't taste like an eggplant to me, and I don't like eggplant. It is so heavily seasoned. I feel like this could be like a barbecue type thing. Like, as shredded as this little goofy mess is, you just put that on a bun with some barbecue sauce. Look, I'm going somewhere, so I don't want to eat too much of it. But, baby! Listen, this took like 2.5 hours to make. I'd do it again though. This is fire. This is fire. And I have mushrooms. That's what I went in. Okay, that's hot, so we're gonna grab this. I have mushrooms to go on top of it, but I'm going over someone's house and I don't know if they like mushrooms, so I won't like put that on. But when you put the mushrooms on top, so this looks really good, and I bet it'll cut more like a steak, whereas this just was like, blah, we're done. And these are like organic ones, and this one's just like one from the store. So I am thoroughly pleased by this, and I can't wait for my husband to try. So if you've loved videos like this, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a minute of all the fun that we have going on at Young Black Misses. Make sure you share this with a friend, give me a like. Also let me know in the comments if you would try this after you saw how long it took me to make it. Let me know. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this bad boy back up. Take care. Peace.